Look at your phone. That baby photo, that old dog, that screenshot you forgot you took. Right now, this second, one of them is spinning on a disk of metal, 7,000 times a minute, in a building you could drive to. And today, Tibo gonna take you inside that building. Because you did not put that photo in the sky. You think you did. The little cloud icon told you so. So, where does the cloud actually live? Wrong question. The real question is who owns it? And that answer at the end might scare you. But first, the lie. They gave it a soft name cloud. Sounds like sky, sounds like nothing. Sounds like your photo floats up weightless and just hang there, safe, floating, free. That is the lie. The cloud is the heaviest thing you own. It is made of concrete and metal and more power than a whole town. It has walls, it has doors, it has guards with real badges. And somewhere inside it, in the dark, your cat picture. So let me show you what really happens when you hit that little button. You take a photo, you tap upload, and your brain says one thing. It went up. It did not go up. Nothing go up. Your photo went down a wire. Because your photo is not really a picture. To the machine, it is just a long string of numbers, millions of them. And those numbers race down a thread of glass, thinner than one of your hairs, at almost the speed of light. They do not stop at a cloud. There is no cloud to stop at. They keep going, under your street, under your city, sometimes under a whole ocean, until they reach a building. A big, quiet, humming building. This is where the cloud lives. No cloud in the cloud, just this. The proper name is a data center. Data center just means this, a house for computers. Not one, not 10, thousands of them. Some of these buildings are longer than a street, bigger than a stack of football fields, and they never sleep. And they hide in strange places, out in cold deserts, up in freezing countries, right next to big rivers and dams. Not by accident, they go where the power is cheap and the air is cold, because those two things are all the cloud ever really want. But walk inside and something feels wrong. No screen, no keyboard, no mouse. Nobody sit at these computers. They are just metal boxes stacked in tall rows, blinking green in the dark, humming all day, all night, forever. Each box is hungry for one thing your data. Data just means information. Your photos, your messages, your files, your whole life turned into numbers and fed into the metal. Now, where do those numbers actually sit? Here is the part nobody ever show you. Inside each box is a disk, a real round spinning disk, like a tiny record player, but faster than you can dream. It spins 7,200 times every single minute and it never stops turning. And a tiny arm floats over it. That arm never touch the disk. It hover closer than a whisper and it scratch your photo onto the metal as tiny magnet marks. North, south, north, south. A secret code of magnets. That is your baby photo now. Not a picture on a screen, a pattern of tiny magnets on spinning metal in the dark. Some newer boxes have no spinning disk at all. They use a chip instead. No moving parts, just millions of tiny gates of electric, holding your photo like trapped lightning. We call that a solid state drive. Faster, quieter, same job. Hold your life in numbers. So your photo is safe now, yes? Sitting on one disk, in one box, in one building? No. And this is the part that breaks people's brain. Your photo is not in one place, it is in three. The moment your numbers arrive, the system does not just save them, it makes copies. It writes your photo onto three different disks, different boxes, sometimes different buildings, sometimes a different city, hundreds of miles away. Why do all that? One reason, because metal die, disks break all the time. Every single day in every data center on earth, disks are dying. A spinning thing that never rests will always wear out. It is not a question of if, it is only when. But you never notice, you never lose the photo. Because the second one disk die, two good copies still live. And the system quietly build a fresh third copy from the survivors before you even blink. Right now, as you watch this, a disk somewhere is dying and a photo is being reborn, and nobody in the world feels a thing. Your photo become immortal, not by being safe in one place, but by being everywhere at once. That is the real magic of the cloud. Not sky, not floating, just copies. Patient, boring, endless copies, kept alive by a machine that never sleep. And every second, the whole world pour more photos into these buildings than one person could look at in a lifetime. Every single one get the same treatment, copied, guarded, remembered. Now, here is a question that should scare you. In a building with a trillion photos, how does it ever find yours again? It does not search the whole warehouse. That would take a lifetime. Instead, the moment your photo land, the system writes down its exact address. Which building, which box, which disk, which spot on the disk. It keep a giant list, like the world's biggest library card, one line just for you. So when you open your phone and ask for that baby photo, you are not searching the sky, you are handing over a claim ticket. And the machine walks straight to the shelf in the dark and bring your memory back in less time than you can say it. Now think how much just happened in that one blink. You tapped a button. Your photo raced across cities. It got copied 3 times onto 3 different machines. The system wrote down its address. And then it told you, done. All of it in less time than a heartbeat. The work is enormous. The weight is nothing. That is why the cloud feel like magic. It hide all its sweat. And because everyone's whole life is inside, these buildings are guarded like a bank vault. High fences, cameras that never blink, doors that scan your hand and your face. Rooms where one door will not open until the door behind you locks first, so nobody slip in unseen. You cannot just walk in and touch the disk with your baby photo on it. Almost nobody can. But all this spinning, all this copying, all this blinking metal, it makes one enemy: heat. A room full of computers is a room full of tiny fires. They run hot, and hot metal die faster. So the building fight back with cold, giant coolers, rivers of cold air pushed through the floor. Some of these places sit right by the sea, just to borrow the cold water and stay alive. That is why the room is colder than your fridge, not for comfort, for survival. And all of it, the spinning, the cold, the copies, the blinking, drinks power. A big data center can eat as much electric as a small city. Whole power plants humming away just to keep your memories safe in the dark. Which brings us back to the question from the very start, not where the cloud live, who owns it. Here is the thing nobody tell you, the thing that actually matter. You do not own that building. You do not own that disk. You do not own the shelf your photos sit on. Someone else do. The cloud is just someone else's computer, a shelf you rent in a warehouse you will never see, run by a company that hold the only key. When it work, it is a miracle. Your whole life, everywhere, forever, one tap away. But it is not yours, it is theirs. Think what that mean. The company could raise the rent. The company could close down. The company could lock your account by mistake on a quiet Tuesday for no reason you understand. And then your memories are still there, spinning in the dark, perfectly safe, behind a door you cannot open. Safe and gone at the same time. That is a thing worth knowing before you trust the sky with the one photo you could never get back. Look at your phone one more time, that little cloud icon. Now you know. It is not soft, it is not floating, It is not nothing. It is a cold, dark, humming building, full of spinning metal, guarded in the night, holding your memories in the dark, waiting for you to remember them. There is no cloud in the cloud. There never was. This was one machine you use every day and never really see. Tibo got a whole list of them. Next time, he crack open another one.